Cain, we in here, baby.
What's up, man?
What it do, man? What it do?
It's a blessing, man. Long overdue, man. We've been trying to get this going for y'all, man. We finally been able to tap
We
in.
finally tapped in, man. I appreciate you coming through, my nigga. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Where you from?
Man, first off, man, if you don't see it on my neck, man, you see that 7 right there, man. I'm from that 1700, that 5'6", man. Shout out Greens Point, shout out my whole section over there, man. The valley, how I go down, bro. All the way, to Love over there in that 4-4 shot acres, man. I've been through there my whole life, man. Back and forth, man, until, boys had to go move to Atlanta. Boys was out there in Gwinnett, you know what I'm saying, where, the infamous Migos group is from, you know what I'm saying? We all went to school and shit. We was all getting money and eating, man. It's a lot of history behind Artist Cain.
Okay, so you say you grew up on the Northside. Let's talk about that first. What school you went to? Let me ask you that first.
Man, I went to Central Gwinnett High School, bro. One of the lamest schools in the fucking world, bro.
Okay, so growing up in the neighborhood you grew up in on the North Side, you said Greens Point. What was it like growing up at that time in that era?
Man, honestly, I didn't go to school out here in Texas like that. I went to Ike for a little second, but I really went to Hoffman, Caraway, elementary school, preschool out here and shit. Like, I left probably around 8th grade and just moved to Atlanta. That's where I actually started going to Central Gwinnett High School, where people like the Migos or,
all them was at that school.
All them was at the school, bro. Niggas are just trying to make it, from rapping on, man, and other things we can't discuss on camera, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so let me ask you this quick question. Let me back up a little bit. What made you go from the north side of Houston all the way to Atlanta? What was the reason behind that? Can you talk about that?
Man, oh, funny thing is, man, I don't even think my pops know the whole truth to the day. I actually told my mom I was gonna do some shit down here in Houston, bro. And I basically kind of ran away from home on some shit, bro. I told my mom some shit that I wasn't supposed to tell her on some real shit. Being young and dumb. We all had arguments with our ladies and stuff like that, man. So, but respecting mothers out here, man.
Yeah.
And I told my pops I was ready to come and shit. She really ain't know about that shit.
So he was already in the ATL?
Oh yeah, man. My family had been moved there since like the 90s. I'm talking about like Freaknik towns, when Atlanta was
really popping, yeah.
Big Meech and all
that shit during that
real
time.
Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? You really is out there, for real, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you basically lied to her to be able to move to Atlanta with your pops, right?
Yes, man.
So how did like not exactly what you told her, but when you told her that, how did you actually get to Atlanta?
Man, my pops and them bought me a Greyhound, bro. I've been traveling all my life and shit. If it wasn't by plane, Greyhound, whatever it may be, like that's how boys going back and forth, nigga. I've been flying on airplanes since I was 6, bro.
Yeah. That's good for when you get ready to get in this business. You're gonna already be acclimated to like that traveling and shit like that. So that's cool.
Yeah, true story. I'm not gonna lie. Even me being, having my little touch and having a taste of the business, like a lot of that traveling shit, you're not made for, traveling and staying
this
up
business
late.
ain't for you.
Get out. Go work with Sam, man.
Some shit like that. Yeah, real talk, my nigga. That's real talk. Okay, so you get to Atlanta. Had you ever been to Atlanta before that?
Man, honestly, yeah. I've been back and forth, like I said.
So you was kind of familiar with the area of Atlanta when you got there?
Definitely.
Okay,
man.
So that's cool. So when you first get there, you start going to school. I forgot the name of the school because I'm not from Atlanta. You say McLean or something like that?
Central Gwinnett High School. You know what I'm saying? CGHS, what they used to call that hoe, but yeah, started going to that piece of shit school.
Okay, so what was the difference in, like, far as the people, the atmosphere coming from Houston? Like, what was the difference in Atlanta?
Man, out there, it's a fucking fashion contest out there. You got it, man. If you is not coming correct, I'm talking about, from head to toe. Like, the school I was going to, nigga, is probably a millionaire son there. He probably just pulled up with a Porsche freshman year or a Lamborghini.
At school?
Yes, bro. Like, for real. Like, and you got kids that, you know, they probably moved there because one parent in the household probably got a good job and they trying to make ends meet, but we go to this school because that's the closest school to all of us and shit. But you got niggas that done moved from the hood to get a better life and better surroundings and shit, and you come to a school where your whole freshman lineup, they got Lamborghinis, Porsches and shit. You gotta wake up every day and look at this shit. You gonna want that.
Okay, so was that like a culture shock to you coming from the city of Houston?
Man, bro, yeah, because, man, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm used to, you know, being on Tidwell, you know, 1800 and shit growing up. Used to stay in the trails in Inwood, you know, coming from school and shit, man. I used to see niggas, you know, hit licks on the old heads and the J's. So, you know, going to see, you know, a different experience like that, going to Atlanta and really seeing, like, almost a black Hollywood in my face, it's a difference, because let's be real, Texas racist. Gotta keep it real, man.
So, okay, so when you got to that school and you was starting to see stuff like that, how did it change you, like, as far as your mentality?
Man, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, it was too much opportunity to get in trouble. I ain't gonna lie, like.
What you mean by that?
It was too much money to make out there. Like, if you did not try to get some money, you just crazy, bro. Like,
and that was like a totally different type of atmosphere in Houston. It wasn't like, it's not like, in your mind, it wasn't like that in the city. It wasn't as much opportunity in the city in your mind as in Atlanta.
It's niggas are more likely to give a helping hand out in Atlanta or put you on a play versus out here in Houston.
Okay.
You know, I feel like I was speaking, you know, to, you know, my big sis, Backstreets with Cole. Y'all go follow YouTube, you feel me? Go tap into as well. Dope interview platform as well, media. I feel like the OGs in Houston be trying to hold their nuts on the young generation because they had it harder, you know what I'm saying, getting inside the game or whatever they do, you know, the correspondence into, you know, what they play is in the industry. And it's like, bro, we the next wave. If anything, you should be trying to get behind this so you can seem like the superior, but you looking at it wrong. You worry about somebody taking food out your plate, and really we could all really get a bag together and get you even more of a bag. But, you know,
that's how they think. That's kind of is true. I give you that. That's true, my nigga. Like it's always been a tug of war when it came to that type of shit between the young niggas and the old niggas. You know what I'm saying? Even back when we was coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
even my pops, you tell me that shit all the time. Like, shit was different. He said this shit was hard for them niggas coming up.
Yeah, my nigga.
Niggas be the same.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like back then, you had to go to a studio to record, or it's no such thing as doing a song with somebody that's in New York. Like you can do it now. You can just send the track to a nigga in New York. He can do it. Y'all do it. This nigga had to come down here and be in your actual face, and it was more face to face vibing. It wasn't more like you could vibe with people over social media. It wasn't nothing like that. So, in a sense, I understand they mind. But at the same time, you got to understand that times has changed, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So
it's like,
they always said that about Atlanta. They was way more together in that, I guess, in that aspect. That's what I was always told. I never been there.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Everywhere got slimy people, you know, shiesty. You know, no matter what state, where you go, it's always going to be people like that. But they are more willing to lend a hand, you know what I'm saying, to help you out when it comes to this music. Like, you can literally go out there and get plugged in less than a week. It just depends if you're at the right place, right time. I swear, I see it every week. You know what I'm saying? I A&R, you know what I'm saying? That's what I take seriously more than anything right now. I'm an artist before anything. That's what got me doing anything that I'm doing today. If I was not Artist Cain or an artist, I wouldn't have none of this going on. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for these 5 letters on my chest, C-Dub, CMF, continue winning, continue more in the future, I would not be doing what I'm doing today. But it's just the point, like, they're blowing up all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could literally see somebody right now probably have like 3 shows. They go to Atlanta, these niggas probably got like 10 shows, less than 2 weeks. They might been in like 2 to 4 studio sessions, and a superstar probably was in one of the studio sessions. Probably just came through just to check out. You know what I'm saying? And you fucked around and lucked up on the song. Now that nigga probably dropped that whole audio, man, all major platforms. You blow it up just because you took a fucking trip out there. But y'all niggas scared to spend $70 to go take that Greyhound ride, or go take that Southwest trip or that Spirit trip. But you'll go buy a Zip though.